Welcome back. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. In the Wabash Valley, the Hamilton Center has been building hope and changing lives for thousands of adults, children, and families since 1971. When addressing the mental health needs of any individual, it's important to understand mental and physical health go hand in hand.
So mental health often has symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, restlessness, insomnia. People that are experiencing mental health conditions oftentimes have things such as low energy, low motivation, which may contribute to their ability to go have physical health concerns addressed. They may also have lack of support, making it difficult to coordinate those things, difficulty concentrating, which may also make it difficult to coordinate those kinds of physical health appointments, attending those things, getting to doctor's appointments.
If symptoms persist, find a way to seek professional help.
Primary care physicians can often provide basic screenings and assessments to identify if those symptoms are things that are needing to be addressed, and they can provide basic level of care for those things and also referrals to appropriate mental health supports and facilities. Reach out to mental health professionals. They can talk about those symptoms and see if there's more appropriate services that they could receive and address those symptoms that they're experiencing.
If you have a friend who might be unwilling or unable to seek a doctor, sometimes just being there for them can make a difference.
Listening to somebody if they come to you and tell you that they're experiencing mental health symptoms or they need something, listening is a really good way just to be there to support them. Oftentimes somebody just needs somebody to talk to, and that could be really helpful and go a long way for them to be able to be feeling better. Encourage them to get services. Again, offer that if they want a support person to be able to go with them, that you're willing to do that. Also, if they're not willing to do that right now, just try to keep them socially connected. That's very important. So continue to invite them to things, continue to check in with them, try to keep their social engagements as normal as they possibly can be, and just try to continue to be a support for them until they're ready to maybe seek professional treatment.
Encourage self-care to anyone who seems to be struggling.
Making sure that you're checking in with yourself and engaging in self-care is really important. So things that you find to be pleasurable or things that you enjoy to do, making sure that you're finding time to engage in those things to continue to make sure that your mental health stays well off the bat so that you're not getting those symptoms and those symptoms aren't getting worse. Making sure that you're staying connected to people that you enjoy spending time with, engaging in groups and activities in the community. Those kinds of things can all contribute to mental well-being and keeping you mentally well overall.
If you or anyone you know experiences a mental health crisis, Hamilton Center has services available all day, every day.
So someone that's experiencing a mental health crisis can contact Hamilton Center's Crisis Diversion Center. We're open 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And by contacting our crisis hotline, you can talk to somebody immediately that can connect you to immediate crisis services.
And help can literally come to you.
We could dispatch our mobile crisis team in Vigo County to the location of that individual so that we could provide immediate services. We can also take anybody that walks into any of our Hamilton Center offices during normal business hours or into our Crisis Diversion Center at our main office 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And in an emergency?
Also, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline and 988 is a great way for people to be able to connect with a live person to be able to get resources and talk with somebody if they're experiencing an immediate crisis.
Once again, the Hamilton Center serving West Central Indiana and the Wabash Valley. The Crisis Diversion Center is available 24/7, 365, and the phone number is there on the screen. A 24-hour line is open at 800-742-0787. Stay with us. More to come on Good.